Hey friends, it's Tuesday, so it is time for our weekly mindfulness exercise. And this week, since we're approaching the end of the year, I know it's not quite here yet, but it's almost here, and we won't have any YouTube lives next week. So this is kind of our end of the year mindfulness exercise. I wanted to share with you an adaptation of a prayer. It's called the Prayer of Examen, and it's spelled Examen, not Examine. Probably if you Google the English word examine, the Prayer of Examen, you'll find it, but it's the Prayer of Examen. And it's a way to, in the Christian tradition, it's a way to pray through your day, but you can apply it to any time period, and you can adapt it if you are not a Christian or believer. So it starts by reviewing the time period in question. So if you were doing it at the end of the day, you would review your day, kind of try to be as objective about it as you can, but also if you experience any feelings associated with any of the events of the day, like feel those feelings, and then you can ask forgiveness for moments in the day that you regret or feel any guilt or shame over, and then let those feelings go, particularly if there's no reason for you to feel guilt or shame over them. And then you can express your gratitude or thankfulness to God, to the universe. You can write things down to express your gratitude or ask forgiveness for to people later on after you've finished. And then you kind of, in the Christian tradition, you'd pray for the next day, but you can just set your intentions for the next day or the next year, next week, month, whatever time period you want to practice this little practice for. So that is what we're going to do today, and we're going to do it for the whole year. So if you're able to, I would encourage you to find a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. So I'll give you a moment to do that. And we will begin, as we always do, by, I have a candle and a lighter this week, so let me get my candle and my lighter. Okay, we're going to mark our time together by lighting our candle. You can light a candle too if you have one handy. If you are not at least, let's say 14, before you light your candle, get an adult's permission. Make sure you put it out at the end of our practice together. All right. So we'll begin, as we always do, by getting comfortable, sitting in a nice, comfortable position. I'm in my rad office chair in a comfy spot. You can be in a chair or at your desk or on the floor, whatever is comfortable, but kind of center yourself and ground yourself. Become aware of the connection between your body and whatever you're sitting on, or whatever you're standing on. And feel the energy flow between your body and what you're connected to. And then we'll take a few deep, calming, cleansing breaths. So let's breathe in. And out. Let's do that 3 more times. In and out. 2 more. In and out. In and out. The first step in the practice of examine that we're adapting today is to think back over the whole year, 2020, this crazy, unimaginable, never seen anything like it year. And you can kind of remember the highlights and lowlights, the highs and lows, things you're most grateful for or appreciative of, and things that you wish you had done better or feel some guilt or shame about, things that you need to maybe reconcile with someone over. So think through. You can go month by month or season by season. I know time is really, really weird right now. So if things stick out in your mind and you can't place them in time, that is okay. I would encourage you to write them down so that you can call them to mind later. And separate them into the kind of things you're grateful for and things that make you feel bad or are kind of lows throughout the year. So take a couple of minutes. Keep doing those calming breaths. Breathe in and out slowly and review your year and write down those highs and lows. We'll take another minute or two for the reflection over the year. If you're not quite finished with your reflection, your review, feel free to come back to it later, or feel free to continue, and you can go on with this practice after we end the stream. But for now, we're going to ask forgiveness or try to let go of the emotions that are associated with the negative events. So we'll take a few deep breaths and breathe in love and peace and reconciliation and wholeheartedness, and breathe out that shame and guilt and tension over things that are in the past and that can't be changed. If you need to reconcile with someone, that's a different story, but you can't change the past. So let go of those negative emotions. And if some change needs to be made, maybe pursue that change in the coming days or in the new year. We're always working on making ourselves into the people that we were meant to be. So that's part of the process, but don't hold on to guilt or shame for things that you can't change. So we'll breathe in a few times and out. And breathe in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. And now we'll move on to our gratitude. So take a look over your list or run through your mental list of events, times, places, people that you are grateful for this year that brought joy or meaning or connection to your life in 2020, and just express your gratitude for those things. If you feel like you need to call someone up or text someone or send a letter or a Marco Polo or whatever it is for those people that you are grateful for, if you want to express that gratitude towards them, to them, I definitely encourage you to do that. But for right now, we're just going to express our gratitude. We're just going to feel it. So review your list that you wrote down or the list that's in your head and give thanks for all these things that were good in 2020. And finally, with our last few minutes, we will set our intentions for 2021. We can not make plans exactly, but maybe you've heard of having a word of the year. You could have like a mantra for the year. You could kind of manifest or commit to improving a certain personal characteristic or practicing some characteristic more. Like you could set your intention to be more courageous or more authentic or more vulnerable or kinder. So take a couple of minutes to think over how you would like next year to be. And try to make it things that you can control, right? So make it things about your own self or the way you interact with people or the way you want to approach the year, what mindset you want to have. It's especially helpful to connect either the things that were negative about 2020 or the things that were positive about 2020 and make your intention align with those. So to either minimize instances of the things that were negative about 2020, or your response to them at the very least, like change your response to them, or maximize the things that you were grateful for. So if you were grateful to have more time at home to spend with your animals, set that intention for 2021. Make that happen. If you were grateful to, I don't know, if you're grateful for an event that happened, if you had a baby or got married or found a new love or made a new friend or deepen friendships or whatever it was, set your intention to maximize those things in your life. So we'll take a few breaths and set our intentions for 2021 together. That wraps up our practice for today. I hope that these Tuesdays have been meaningful for you. They've been really meaningful for me. I plan to continue our Tuesday mindfulness sessions together virtually in the new year, and hopefully we can continue them in person when that is a possibility again. But I will be here for Sing Along on Thursday, so join in for some more Christmas carols on Thursday at 2 p.m. And then we hope to see you at our 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock Christmas Eve services on Thursday. You can find the 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock services here on YouTube on our channel. The 5 o'clock is pre-recorded, and hopefully we'll include a ton of our church family photos and videos from our kids and youth and families. And then our 7 o'clock will be live streamed from our sanctuary with our musicians. And our 11 o'clock will be on Zoom. And you can find more information about that at www.lajoyaunitedmethodist.org/online. And we hope to see you there. And we hope you have a very, very merry, love-filled, grace-filled Christmas, Happy New Year, and we are very much looking forward to being back together sometime in 2021. We love you. We're praying for you. We'll see you on Christmas and in the new year. Merry Christmas, everybody.